Well, Sam Coates of PotluckGames.com. Boy, and just like 2 years ago, you went on the internet and started trying to get some crowdfunding money. You stumble, you get a little bit, you stumble again. Finally got it, figured it out, and gosh, with your game, you got over $300,000 already doing this thing. And really, you didn't know what you were doing, but you figured it out, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah, figured out on the way. Made some mistakes, corrected, and we're doing well now.
And another thing too, what was neat, I think about your thing when I watch the videos on Kickstarter. I mean, they're just, I think it's so endearing. These little video cartoon characters. I mean, it looks like your 7-year-old son did it or something, but it looks so cool. It really brings it home. And you did this all yourself, didn't you? You didn't hire a big production company in Los Angeles or something and come to do this for you. Just you, huh?
Yeah, I was actually worried how the video would come off. I wasn't sure it was aimed at the right audience, but I didn't want to pay for a professional video. So I was thinking, okay, what can I do? What can I do well? And that was my attempt.
Well, but it's just so real, and that's what I mean. That's why so many people now, in using these Kickstarter and other programs think, because people are investing, like 10 grand in their video, and who knows what you're going to get, and so by investing nothing, it's a safer bet. And it shows your personality, it shows your creativity, and it shows you. Because I think, you're not, like some big game company. You're a guy who has an idea for a game. So we're really buying you, and that video shows you. And I think it's easier to give you money because we understand you more.
Well, thanks. That project, the first video you're talking about, was actually my last. I'm trying to think how to word it. It was going to be my last attempt.
I see.
So when I did that one, I was really glad it was well received because I had told my wife if this one fails, I'm just going back to what I've been doing.
Oh, you mean you were going to get another real job?
Well, stay at the job I had. This one did well enough that it requires full time. But yeah, if that had failed, then I probably would have given up. I'd put enough time and money into it.
And what kind of job were you working on?
I was in the game industry, but
Oh, really? So now you're free at last, free at last.
yeah, I always talked about making games, and everyone else I worked with always wanted to break off and make their own games, but
Yeah.
didn't happen. Not
And
for a long time.
you did it though. But
Finally,
you
yes.
stumbled, it seems like, well, I'm going to play football in the Super Bowl. You just don't go out and play the Super Bowl the first day, right?
Right, it didn't seem, it didn't seem reasonable to shoot for that goal at all, but
Yeah,
I guess Kickstarter made that possible.
yeah. So do you think like how long you been in the game industry doing this?
Oh, I would say about 10 years,
Oh,
but
really?
uh, I was more of just a laborer,
Uh-huh.
a laborer with ideas.
It pulled you down. It was so heavy, carrying them around. But I mean, 10 years ago, you couldn't have done this, right? You'd have to go
No.
and find some fat cats or whatever. And they wouldn't want your hand drawings and stuff like that that you put on, looked like your kid stuff on the refrigerator or whatever. But now it's so endearing, and it made thousands and thousands and thousands of people give you money for your ideas. I mean, that must be the most rewarding thing in life, huh?
I thought it was even more rewarding when people got the game and liked it, and we we had good
Ah,
feedback, and it wasn't just oh we he got money on us. It was oh he actually made something I
I
like,
see.
and I was pretty happy because I was worried when you put it
I
out there
see.
that everyone's going to
Right.
be like oh this is garbage.
Oh, she said yes to go out on a date, but afterwards she really liked
Yeah, I kind of like
it.
that.
So it really, she had a great time, and not just, doing a sympathy date or something like
Right.
that. Well, that's wonderful. I mean, God, well, two campaigns. One was $139,000, another one $167,000, and so you were able to quit your job, do what you want. You didn't have to invest in big marketing companies and video production companies and all that kind of stuff to get it done. You just got it done with your own heart, it seems.
Yeah, that's basically it. That sums it up. It was really exciting. It was a dream.
Yeah. Well, it's wonderful. I mean, to see that it still can happen in America, and people like you are doing it to show the rest of us to get off our butt and do things because you still can't do it, and to see how you do it. It's potluckgames.com. And watch his videos on Kickstarter because they're charming. So you watch his videos on Kickstarter because then you know, hey, this guy made $200,000 with just his little videos that he did himself. Anybody could do that, right?
Yeah, the projects I had that failed, I think the difference was the first couple I did, I was like, oh, let's see if this works. And it doesn't work if you're not committed. It was when I finally committed, like, okay, I'm going to do this 100%. I'm going to do a professional job. I'm going to make sure that the experience is good. And when I committed, then people could tell that.
Different. That's interesting. Yeah, we try to do things, make things easy for life, but really hard is more satisfying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. And in the long run, and working for somebody else, it's hard to work hard because you don't think you're getting it back. But working for yourself,
your heart's in it.
It's easier to work real hard and do something real well, and then you get rewarded for it, like you did.
Yeah.
You couldn't have said it better yourself, right?
It's hard to comment after you say something because you put it right.
Oh, wonderful. Well, Sam, thanks for being there and sharing your experience and encouraging others that to do something. You get out of that job that you hate, but you got to work at it, And it doesn't take a lot of money. It just takes effort and commitment of some kind, and to see how you did it, and to get your games, because these are neat games. They're just dice. You don't need a big board and all this kind of stuff. You pay the dungeon game, just with little pods of dice, and it's potluckgames.com, right?
Yes.
You bet. Well, thank you again, Sam.
Thanks for having me.
Best of luck. You bet.